Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Dr. Chidiebere Nwachukwu, and I run this channel for a while now, sharing information about relocating to GCC countries. And most of the time though, what I share about is about Oman, okay? However, today I'm going to be sharing something very unique in that it's going to prepare your mind as you're preparing to relocate to Oman, to know what to expect and how to see people, how to view the people, have what you've been told or what you have heard about the country. Is it true? Is it a lie? Is there something good about this place apart from what you might have heard? Okay, and so I believe this video is going to throw some light on a very important trait and a very good one for that matter that I have found about in the country called Oman. Okay, so before we get into that, let's do well to subscribe quickly. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, hurry, get your subscription down and turn on your notification button so that once we post these videos that are supposed to guide you, you will get the information immediately. You'll be notified by YouTube and you can come back and watch. And so do that and I'll be right back. Okay, sure. Okay, we are right back, guys. So, you know, every country you find in the world has a trademark, something they are known for, something unique, something that if you come into that country, the spirit that rules that country, you can see it. It doesn't have to be written in books, but you can just feel it in that country. And most people who go to such countries are attracted or come to those places because of what they are seeing, okay, or because of these traits that the people tend to have or seem to have, like a cultural ingrained something. They, no matter where they are, it's ingrained in their consciousness that this is who I am. For example, Nigerians are known to be happy people no matter the situation. In fact, come to think of it, a lot of things are not really working in Nigeria, our country, okay? But if you look at the happiness index of Nigeria, it's really high. People die every day. We say it's the will of God and we move on. Life continues, okay? We have a bad government, we move on, life continues. Things go the way we don't want, life continues. Your business crumbles, there is hope for tomorrow. And the guy is smiling, he's happy tomorrow, and life moves on. So happiness is a big deal in Nigeria. We have entertainment industries that are booming, and that is a sign that the people are hungry for happiness. And so they chase it, we chase it, and it is something unique to us. And I believe that's why we've been able to overcome some of the most difficult, hard times that any nation in the world can face. And so for Nigeria, it's happiness. If you look at America, we talk of the American dream. You see, many people are attracted to America because there is the belief that anybody, the child of nobody, can come into America and become somebody, become great, become a billionaire. You can literally move from rags to riches just by being in America and applying the principle and following the spirit of the environment, okay? And so you see, it extends to the government. Everything in the country is kind of encouraging that spirit of you can make it, you can do it, it's possible. Nobody is after you as an individual, okay? Just put your mind to it and you can do it. And many people have done it. Many people have moved from homelessness to becoming billionaires. And so that's the American dream, and that's why people are rushing there as well. And anybody you find there in America has that big dream. People have big dreams everywhere you find them, okay? And so for Oman, having lived in this country for a while, I've come to realize that respect is a very big deal, okay? So you might say, you're a doctor and so it's easy for you to command respect, but no, being a doctor here, it's not really that big of a deal, okay? The country is rich, they can pay for any doctor they like, and I mean, healthcare is free for their people, so they are not really, you cannot say that you're doing them a favor per se, okay? So these people are wealthy people. Sometimes they come into your office and sit down, and then when you go out and see the kind of cars these guys drove to hospital, you're like, wow, you see this man that I just saw? Or you go to their houses and you see mansions that they live in, and then yet when they come to the hospital, you don't find any form of arrogance, you don't find disrespect, they are humble. I mean, my patients come in and they are so polite in their greetings, and because we are in their system and this should be a part of you normally, okay, please is not a big deal. People say please, people say sorry, people say thank you. In fact, sometimes when a patient comes into the consulting room, I stand up to greet the patient, and the patient is quick to say no, you don't have to stand. And then the patient sits down and you're interacting. When you're done, he stands up, he greets you, and then he goes. You see, it's not just because I'm a doctor and maybe I find myself in that position. Okay, let's talk about the policemen on the roadside. They stop you, and the way they are interacting with you, they're asking you questions. Can we see your ID? Can we see your driving license? Even when they want to book you for an offense or a crime, they do it as politely as possible. Okay, recently I was booked for something. I put on a light in my car that I did not know that on that street or on that particular road, you're supposed to switch it off. In fact, I did not know that that light was existing in my car. And funny enough, it was a crime, or let me say, it was like breaking the law, okay? It was after that encounter, I began to check out other cars and realized that, oh, people actually are switching off this particular light. I mean, there's one bright light at the foot of your car bumper where, you just switch it on and you really don't think it's any big deal in Nigeria, okay? But I didn't even know that light was on. I didn't even plan to switch it on. I just know that I got on the road and I switched on everything that has to be on that side of the car. And the police stopped me on that day, and he showed me that this light is not meant to be on except where you don't have street lights or on highways and all of that. So he booked me and I lost a lot of cash on that day, and he was as polite as ever. Okay, guys. So even people in chains, I mean, people who have been arrested and they're in handcuffs or leg cuffs, they're still treated very politely by the police. When they are brought to the hospital, you see how polite they are, no rough handling of people or prisoners or something. And that's a big deal, okay? Or you go to the malls or to the shops where you have doors that someone has to wait for another person to come out before they go in. There is this intuitive reflex action or ability for them to wait for you to pass. So people are not so much in a hurry as to trash your sense of human dignity, okay? So people would wait for you, people would leave the door, hold the door for you. I mean, literal strangers. And it's not just a 1 or 2 time event. It's something you get to see often and on, okay? Or you get to zebra crossings. There is patience. No matter who is crossing the road, a toddler, an adult, an elderly person, a young person, cars stop a distance away, put on their hazard light, so every other person behind them stops and respect the pedestrian. I know you will say, okay, it's the traffic law and people can be penalized for breaking it and all of that. But we've also seen countries where these laws exist and people break them and, treat pedestrians like nobody. In fact, I've come to realize I feel good, I feel happy identifying a pedestrian on the zebra crossing and stopping miles away and giving the person that sense of belonging and human dignity to cross the road quietly at his own pace, not having to rush, and then I can continue later. Okay? And so this is the spirit. It's the spirit that I've come to see in the country. Now, another thing you're going to find is that people are not just seeking after their own. Everybody is their brother's keeper. Okay? For instance, we live in a country where there are camels all over the place, just like we have cows in Nigeria. So we have lots of camels here in Oman. It's a desert country, and so camels keep crossing the road from time to time. Okay, so sometimes I have seen someone literally stop his journey and park by the roadside in an awkward way, and you're wondering, why is this car here in the middle of nowhere? But then when you look behind the car, you would see that the person was trying to push out or stop a camel from getting onto the highway and becoming a hazard for other road users. Okay, and so he doesn't mind, inconveniencing himself and being in that position. He's not feeling too big to do that. His car may even be better than your own, but he just does that for the sake of, traffic and the safety of other road users. That is something to count on. I mean, these are the little things that make a nation great. The implication of this is that if you as a person or anybody you are at all is planning to come to Oman, you must understand this and be prepared to show, receive, and reciprocate respect, because some people are not even ready. Their minds have been warped. They are not even ready to receive respect. So you must be ready to receive it and to give it out as well. Okay? And the meaning is that if you are rude, if you have a brutish character or behavior, you easily stand out amongst the crowd. It will be very easy to pick you out and to single you out as someone that is behaving strange. You're going to be strange. Okay? So please put that in mind as you're planning to come, and prepare yourself, prepare your mind, so that you are not viewed in a way that is not really comely when you arrive here. So a quick disclaimer: I know you're going to say, how can everybody in a country be respectful? How can everybody in a country be this nice? Of course, yes, this is not going to be universal. To every rule, there's an exception, and what you seek, you would find. And so if you search hard enough, you're going to find people that are rude, people that are disrespectful, but that doesn't take anything away from what is largely acceptable in a particular society. Okay, so prepare your mind, prepare yourself, and you would enjoy this place where when you come around, I promise you that. And I'd like to encourage you once again, if you're here to subscribe to our channel, quickly do that right away. I keep bringing you things, not just about your process of getting your visas. As you know, at Vidan Solutions, we can help you get your visas to come into Oman. We can help health workers, non-health workers, any profession at all, secure your work visas and make the process of relocating seamless for you, including airport pickups, accommodations, and all the like. Okay, so maximize this big opportunity that is coming your way from Vidan Solutions, and you would never regret it. Okay, so kudos guys, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.